Hello everyone and welcome back to another week. Now I have to say the first week. So we are here with the first week of the UPC. It has been quite some time when my draft analysis went up. It was like a few weeks ago, but here we are finally with the matches. We had like the holiday break in between, then we did our matches, and then a week later we started uploading. We started with the uploads, so that's why you will see this a couple of weeks after the draft analysis. So I hope you didn't forget about the team. And yeah, this week it's week 1. We are up against MIticus and the Boston Beedrills. So he has a very bulky squad. But before I go into the teams a bit, just two things I want to mention really quickly. One, I'm still having a bit of a cold, so my voice is not the best. Also, I am speaking a bit with. Normally, I have quite a loud voice. I'm quieted down a bit because I'm in my new place. I have roommates, and they are at the other side. I don't know how much they can hear of this, so that's why I try to record with a more smoother voice, just to say. But yeah, when we go for the teams. So his team, he has a quite bulky team. As you can see, he brought a lot of bulk. He brought the Cresselia, the Borgen 2, then Rampardos as like the offensive pressure with rock polish. This can be quite scary. Then the Ditto, which is really scary, and I really expected it to come also. Then the Mega Venusaur and the Zapdos to round out off his squad. I don't know exactly what other mons he had on the bench. We drafted an 11-mon roster. I know for sure he also has a Goluk and a Florges on his team. And just some other ones but I think these were like the main 6 that I was kind of expecting. The Rampardos not so much, could bring like anyone else for it. Then my team, this week I had to take into account the Ditto. So I had like Mega Pidgeot and I thought, oh, this could do quite some work. Especially with, I had Toxic on it, so Toxicing some threats and then just some Hurricane spam. But I had to look out that I was not weak myself to Hurricane spam. My team doesn't deal the best with flying types, so that's why I brought MIticus too. Same with Entei. Entei was a really nice breaker for his team. Like Choice Bandit hits really hard, but I had something on my team. I also had an Entei switch, so I had a more bulky Manaphy. So yeah, I already mentioned my Mega Pidgeot set. The Entei was just Choice Bandit, cutting that to break his team because it has so much walls. Looking same goes for as Entei. It's also more as the wall breaker. It's live up, but physically offensive with Poison Jab, Earthquake as like coverage, and then specifically Mega Horn for Cresselia and Superpower for the Borgen 2. Manaphy is more a defensive spread, and furthermore it was just like, I think it was Rest Rain, then Scald, Calm Mind. I didn't really know what to do with it. I wanted it as kind of my Entei check, and to check like Goluk, Rampardos, to switch into those, get some Scalds off, and I thought, okay, let me have some recovery on it, put Calm Mind on there. Then Metagross is more the bulky tank of this week. It is there to set up Stealth Rocks and just has the right coverage. I think it was like Earthquake, Meteor Mesh, and then Hammer Arm for things like Borgen 2. And then Miss Major, I was kind of looking at it, and I also knew from the CPC finals Anthony brought a nice Miss Major set also against the Mega Venusaur team, and it was like Calm Mind with Shadow Ball. That looked like it could do quite a lot to his team. I think he didn't have a Dark type, but he had an immunity in Borgen 2. So I thought, okay, let me put Toxic on there, so I can Toxic that one, whittle it down slowly, and when it's finally down, or maybe I can stall it out, then I can go from there. It had a nice matchup overall. So that's my team, and yeah, we will just go into the battle. So he leads Cresselia, as I just lead Entei. I just want to break his team. I just go for Sacred Fire, scouting of the damage against Cresselia, or what he wants to switch into this, as he reveals Moonlight. So I was thinking, okay, if he has Thunder Wave, he Thunder Waves me. I don't really need the speed on Entei that much. The paralyzation might be a bit unfortunate, but still, I can handle it. But yeah, he scouted off the damage, but I'm thinking, okay, depending on rolls, because this was not max defensive Cresselia looking from damage, I might be able to do it KO. maybe especially if I get a burn. I have a 50% chance to burn, so I thought, okay, no point in really switching out, just go for Sacred Fire again as he goes into his Ditto, which is really nice for me, because this Ditto, especially late game, something like Ante or Mega Patriot can be quite annoying, and I have Subcalm Mind Miss Major, so Ditto could be a bit annoying too for that. But I think I should be able to deal with it regardless. But I thought, okay, I did over half, next Sacred Fire will kill. If he's scarfed, he outspeeds me. Even Stone Age, it doesn't kill. Maybe if he gets crit, but let's not just hope for that. So I just fire off another Sacred Fire. As he indeed goes for the Stone Age, I can take it, go for Sacred Fire, and Ditto's clean down, which is really nice for me. He brings in Cresselia again, so I think now I go into Miss Mage's, kind of see what he does from here, and maybe start setting up with Miss Mage's, who knows. So he just Moonlights up. I think I go for the substitute here, scouting what he does. He does indeed go into Porygon 2, so I'm like, okay, not really going to stall it out from here, but just let me get a Toxic off as he tries to break my sub. He reveals to not have Shadow Ball. Thunderbolt doesn't even break my sub, which is really nice. I fire off a Toxic again. He makes a nice switch into Mega Venusaur. At this point I'm thinking, okay, let me just scout off the damage. Look what he's kind of set he is. He looks to be heavily invested in special defense, but he goes for Giga Drain. So I'm thinking, if he doesn't have like a real hard move to hit me, and if he only has special moves, this might be set up for it. But I want to scout for knockoff and potential physical moves on his part, so I go out into Mega Pidgeot, immediately threatening him out. Also, we were both already Mega Evolved. This was due to the fact that it was a custom game. This was a fault on our behalf, on both our behalf. Next week we will fix this, but it didn't come into play, luckily. And we also agreed mid-game that we wouldn't restart. So he lead cheats me, he switched out. And I was looking, oh, Cresselia P2, they might take the hits. Let me just get off a Hurricane damage on them, and then next time as they try to like recover or do something, doesn't really matter, I can Toxic them. But I totally overlooked Zapdos. Should have just Toxic on Switch, was no point in not doing it, but I went for an Hurricane. Does not so much to the Zapdos, so I have to switch out. I go into Nidoking, even if he has HPIs from the damage, he looks to be more bulky, so I definitely outspeed him next turn, because I spread grabbed a bulky Zapdos, but he goes for a Volt Switch. I go into Nidoking. Now I can go off Poison Jab into other move will pretty much guarantee an KO. He goes in Porygon 2, I get a critical hit. As you can see from the damage, it would still be a 2-hit KO, but you might wonder, why is that? As you will see, he kind of forgot, he built in a rush. He forgot the Eviolite on Porygon 2, so it was leftovers. So yeah, Poison Jab was definitely a 2-shot, and I think he was more per def investment too. So Poison Jab in Superpower had definitely a great chance to kill, I think, even with Eviolite, but don't quote me on that one. So he switches out into his Cresselia. Just go for the Poison Jab, looking from this damage. He's definitely split def, and I can definitely kill it with a Mega Horn next turn. Fortunately, I missed the Mega Horn as he just recovers up. So I'm like, okay, let me just go into the Miss Mages then. Scout off the damage. Okay, Psychic looks to be a roll to break my sub, so let me just go for the substitute here. He brings in Mega Venusaur, and I'm thinking, okay, let me try to get up some Calm Minds from here. And he just reveals to me that he only has Giga Drain for it, and yeah, this is getting a bit repetitive, but yeah, just see the match through with me. So I just set up some Calm Minds. Giga Drain is not at this point anymore with a few Calm Minds up. 2 Giga Drains is a roll to break my sub, so at +3 I decide to fire off a Shadow Ball, because Max with his investment, it was really likely that I would 2-shot him from this range with Shadow Ball, and yeah, I was getting little by little a bit lower, so I thought, okay, +3 is a nice benchmark. I 1-shot everything, set those at 2-shot, and P2 I can kind of deal with. Toxic, it's also really low, so it can be dealt with. So I go for Shadow Ball. Unfortunately I crit him, but still it would have been a 2-shot regardless. As he just goes for Giga Drain, here I'm just supping up as he also recovers. So he recovers here from this range. I know I can 2-shot him, so I just go for 2 Shadow Balls as he tries to break my sub, which he can't, unfortunately for him. Then he switches out into P2. kind of preserving the Mega Venusaur. He's trying to play around this set. So P2 comes in. Yeah, it is immune to the Shadow Ball, but now I can get off my Toxic. He goes for Ice Beam. He doesn't even break my sub. So slowly, little by little, I'm getting back up. Here I can just start firing off more Calm Mind. He has no way of breaking my sub really easily. If he goes for the recover spam, I have more PP than him with Calm Mind and Toxic combined. And I can kind of outstall him from there. And I can get up to +4 and like almost one-shot his whole team. I'm sorry. So that's exactly what I do. I set up a sub when needed, and then I just go from the damage from there. I'm now at +5. I easily kill the Cresselia, and then he goes into Zapdos. Zapdos does take it, but Volt Switch is not able to break the sub. So he goes into P2, but that means I can just set up my last Calm Mind, and from there I can just keep Calm Minding, because yeah, he can't really break me. Toxic wheels him down. And this looks to be over, and he realized also that the match is kind of over. He also said GG. He let me got like all the kills I could get with Shadow Ball. As you will see in the last few turns, he just switches out and let me get the kills until we are at the Porygon 2, and here he decides to go for the forfeit. He could like recover spam, but as we all know, I win the PP wars. So MIticus yeah, was able to clean sweep through his team, got 5 kills, and they picking up 1 kill on the Ditto. And we win our first Gen 7 League match, guys, 6-0, which is really nice. It's a strong way to start off the season, and yeah, definitely MIticus putting in a lot of work, and I'm really happy with picking it up. And yeah, we will see you guys next week. Bye.